Guys, remember that scene in X-Men where Magneto is just making things float and levitate? That's what this build is about. Guys, welcome back to another Destiny 2 build video, and the first for Strand on Titan. Let's get into the build. So the entire build revolves around the Aberrant Leap. It's a new exotic Titan legs that you can get from completing the legendary campaign. Now, this is nuts because when you use your class ability, you will be suspending everything. Dredger's Lash, we'll talk about that, spawns 2 additional projectiles, tracks targets more aggressively and travels farther. Gain Woven Mail when suspending targets. A Woven Mail is essentially a resilience buff, and you're constantly going to get that. The whole point of this build revolves around using your class ability to pretty much make everything levitate while you kill them, while you're creating orbs, while you boosting your cooldown, while you're generating health, and also generating grenade energy, which is also going to make things levitate. So let's start with the build at the top. We are running a rally barricade, but before we even get into how this works, we should probably talk about the aspects. This is what the exotics works with. Activate your class ability to create a ripple in reality that travels forward along the ground, suspending and damaging target it hits. The exotic legs allow you to spawn 3, which means in a wider range, you elevate everything in place, which is just insane. The other aspect is Into the Fray. Of course, you can only get both of these. There's nothing else yet that I know of, but destroying a tangle or casting your super grants Woven Mail for nearby enemies. And while you have Woven Mail, your melee regeneration rate is increased. Now, when you cast your barricade, you're going to get more Woven Mail. When you kill something, or when you destroy a tangle, you're going to get Woven Mail. It all feeds into it. And now when you look at the aspects, defeating suspended target grants class ability energy, which allows you to get more Woven Mail, more spammability of it. Threat of warding, picking up an overpower grants Woven Mail. You create so many Woven Mail with your guns and abilities that you're constantly going to have that available. Defeating suspended targets with precision final blows also creates an orb of power. So not only do you cast your barricade, you levitate them, you kill them with a precision kill, you will get either way, once you have casted your class ability, your barrier, you are going to get a ton of orbs, which is going to feed into your super, which is going to feed into your health, and you've got Woven Mail, which is damage resistance. It's just incredible. Theory of continuity, suspend, unravel, and sever effects applied to targets have increased duration. And the reason I'm using this is because sometimes when you get a beefy guy, a yellow bar that you get him in the air, you can't always just kill him with a primary or like an energy weapon. You do need to pull out the heavy. And that's where the next thing comes in. On your Ascendant Scepter, picking up an Orb of Power grants your void weapons volatile rounds. And what we do here is we're running both the Retrofit Escapade with 4 times a charge and target lock. This thing absolutely melts. Alongside the Grid Skipper, which has got Frenzy, Tunnel Vision. It's not perfect. Tunnel Vision is not perfect. But, it does the job, especially against barrier and stunning barrier champions. And when you have the volatile rounds, it really does hit hard. And then finally, the Austere Striga. It's just so simple to shoot things in the air, in the head, to get the Orb of Power, which is fantastic. Just going back to this, we are running Rally Barricade. The cooldown is lower, as you know, and you can also get additional benefits from that, like reload, which is great. Choose whatever you want on that. Obviously, Frenzied Blade is what it is. And this, the Shackle Grenade, a thrown weapon of weight strand matter that detonates on impact, suspending targets and creating additional suspending sub-projectiles. So, in summary, you make things levitate with your class ability. Now you've got a mod setup that's going to boost your grenades, and you've got your grenades boosting your class setup, which means the rotation, which we will get into later, is going to be cast your barricade, kill stuff, throw your grenade, levitate them, kill stuff, cast your barrier, kill stuff. It's just, you can't make this stuff up, man. But anyway, we're running these 4 fragments. We've got that, and of course, we've got these two aspects, which are the only two available at this time. I went for 100 resilience and 100 discipline because obviously this is the Titan class ability. You want to cool down as low as possible, and discipline, you're throwing your grenade quite a lot as well, so that works really well. In terms of the class mod setup and how it works together, it's probably best to show it this way. Preview. I like this. So we've already discussed the subclass. Now let's talk about the armor. Yes, of course, we've got the Abeyant Leap, but let's see how this works together. I've got 2 kinetic siphons because we're using this trigger. The potency of the orb is just massive. When we throw our grenade, which is something we're constantly going to do, we're going to add to our super. On the arms, we've got firepower, so we do create orbs of power with our grenade ability. At the same time, when our grenade ability goes down, we get it back faster, and then Vanta Focus. Both of these are about getting our grenade back as quickly as possible. And at the same time then, when you look at the class item, we've got Bomber, which we all know what Bomber does, and we've got Utility Kickstart, which is, perfect. When we use our class ability, not only do we generate melee grenade energy, but we also create utility energy, meaning our class ability. And the way that we can do that is because we've got stacks on stacks, and we've got charges up, which gives us an additional charge. And when we pick up an orb of power, it adds to that charge. The significance of an orb is now more important than ever because everything depends on it. We've got Void Reserves, which means I can get from my machine gun, we can get around 450 rounds for both of those. And on the legs, we've got stacks on stacks, as we've discussed, kinetic weapon surge, because we're constantly going to have that additional stacking ability from the orbs that we pick up. And over here I did have like cooldown for grenade cooldown, but I've realized that sometimes, just sometimes, there's going to be like a period of 10-15 seconds where you don't have woven mail or you don't have all of your abilities, and then just running onto an orb to replenish your health really comes in clutch. So in summary, that's the build. Let me probably get in and show you guys what it looks like in practice.
Do it.
So right, I specifically want you guys to pay attention to Threat of Mind. Defeating suspended targets grants class ability energy. Right? So the rotation is spend your class ability, which is quite easy to do. Go in. Killing a couple of them. Class ability is back. Suspend them all again. We do have woven mail. More class ability energy. We go back. Do that. And when your class ability is pretty much gone, you can just do that. Throw the grenade, suspend that one. And they're gone. And the class ability is back. Look at that. And you've got your class ability back again. So we're just going to chill here for a moment. Boom. Gonna have more of them. Gonna wait. Some more of them. Get both of those. Thank you very much. And you're up again. Class ability is back. We're in again. Class ability is already back again. And that is how it works. Not only that, but you create quite a bit of this, which does a lot of damage also. So there you have it, guys. This build is ridiculous. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Take care of yourselves. And enjoy making people float. Like that. This is never gonna get old, man.